Welcome back, boys. If you haven't seen part 1 of this fantasy draft simulation, I suggest you go see it and see who I drafted first. Now, before we get on to the season simulation, let's take a look at every team and see who they drafted their first 5 draft picks, alright? Buffalo looking alright, they split up the Sedin twins. Calgary's got Perry and Kane. Wow, Calgary, you guys like that, I bet. Carolina's got Kovalchuk, Kopitar, not bad. Not bad. Chicago's got Doughty, Backus, Ribeiro, Perrin, Schultz, going nowhere. Colorado, wow, Colorado's got Eric Stahl and Ryan Kessler as their 1-2 in center. Yeah, that can be threatening. I'm telling you, those centers. Columbus has Malkin, Sharp, Hemsky, nothing special. Dallas has, Mike Richards and Pavel Datsyuk and, Hank Kessel. And they had Tyler Myers on the point. My God. Watch out for that team. Detroit, not bad. Edmonton's got Taves, Giroux, Louis Eriksson, Ryan Whitney. They got 2 strong centers. Florida's got Getzlaff. Florida, again, going nowhere. Typical Florida. Don't know who to draft. They should have hired me. LA, Parise, Waugh, Streit, not Minnesota, Weber, Solani, Savard. Old guys, man. All these teams drafting old guys. They just left the youngins for me. Montreal's got Iginla, Vanek, Backstrom, Williams. Not bad. I'm sure you'll see some goals from Montreal. Nashville, Pronger, Heatley, Stastny, Kuhlman. Oh, look at that. Pronger and Heatley. That's like 15 mil right there. New Jersey, LeCavalier, Plekanec. Islanders got Chara, Lucic. Oh, Jack Johnson, Brooklet. Man, Islanders going to be a gritty team, let me tell you. Rangers have got Nash, Gonchar, Pavelski, Gagne. Not bad in Pavelski and Nash. Ottawa's got Crosby, Carter, Havlat, Stahl. Man, not bad for Ottawa. They're better than they are now, that's for sure. Jeez. Philly, Zetterberg, Briere, Duchesne. Not bad. Zetterberg and Duchesne, that's solid. Phoenix has got Gabrick, Ryan, Jordan Stahl. They got 2 of the best right wingers in the game, Gabrick and Ryan. Pittsburgh, Ovechkin's on Pittsburgh. I'd love to see that. St. Louis has got Duncan, Keith, Marian Hosas back together again. Zajac, Rutu, Komisarek. San Jose's got Brad Richards, Steven Stamkos. That is one of the best 1-2 pairings I think that might be better than mine. Marlowe, Bufflin, Tanguay, Vermette, Stewart, all for Tampa Bay. That's pretty bad. Toronto, Lidstrom, Semin, Horton, Green, Malone. Toronto, you could have done better. Actually, you know what? Maybe not. That wasn't the worst I've seen. Vancouver, Thornton, Markov, Stewart, Berglund. I like Stewart and Thornton. Washington, St. Louis, Spezza. You'll see some magic there. Weiss, they got a pretty good team all right there. And Anaheim, Koivu, Pominville, Coburn, Pitkinen. I still think I have the best team, boys. Here's my starting line. James Van Riemsdyk with Tavares and Kyle Okposo. Amazing. Second line, Jordan Eberle, Brandon Dubinsky, Taylor Hall. You're going to see some goal scoring from here. Third line, Chris Higgins, Manny Malhotra, and David Moss. Going to grind it down. And the fourth line, Burrish and Glass. And to protect Sagan. Sagan might get a goal or 2 here, but he's more for the developmental. You got James Van Riemsdyk and Johnny Tavares, who's going to be getting all my points. On the defensive end, Luke Schenn, Eric Johnson, Matt Niskanen, Matt Stewart, or Mark Stewart, I don't know. Ryan Ellis, and Kyle Huskins. That must have been somebody else that got picked up there in the later picks. And my goalies, of course, Marc-Andre Fleury. The best goalie in the game, by my opinion anyways. And EA Sports opinion, 91 overall. I don't think there's anyone better than that. Alright, and here's my players on the bench, Adam Larson and Drew Miller. Didn't draft him either. Computer must have picked him up. Alright, I really think that first line, John Tavares, Kyle Okposo, and James Van Riemsdyk, if not this season, within at least 2 or 3 years, that line is going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm going to speed this simulation up a bit. I don't really want to talk for the next 3 minutes just on games being simulated. And look at that. Winnipeg Jets, I don't know if you can catch it, but I believe we're, 18-9-5? It's going up really 21-10-5. Oh, man. Put together myself a great team here. Look at that. Tavares and, it just said Tavares and, who was it? James Van Riemsdyk? Yeah, they're both kind of neck and neck for the goal scoring lead, around 25 goals each. That's great. That's great. Maybe 230, maybe even 40 goal scores. We're going to see 44 wins already, I see. Man, Winnipeg, they're making the playoffs. We end the season with 48-29-5. Pretty good season for me, I must say. Goalie stats, look here. Lundqvist for Tampa Bay leads it. Luongo for Toronto has Luongo. That's great. Cam Ward. All right, points. Ovechkin still at the top with Pittsburgh. Jonathan Taves, Martin St. Louis. Daniel Sedin. Henrik Sedin's nowhere to be found. He misses his twin brother. Look at that. So Ovechkin's still up there. Goals, Ovechkin had 57. Incredible. Daniel Sedin, Malkin, Crosby. Assists. Man, none of my players are up there in the goals or assists category. That's fine, though. That's fine, because the most important category is the conference standings. And look there, Winnipeg, 4th. But I have 101 points. I only got 4th because who's in the division? Why, I don't know who else is in the division, but didn't win the division. And there's the Western Conference, all right? I know it doesn't mean much. You don't know who's on whose team. It's all over the place. But to see the playoffs, it's hard to get to the playoffs, but it's even harder to make it to the end. And then it's the hardest to win the cup. I built this team for the playoffs, all right? And look here, here's my stats. Oh, three 30-goal scorers in JVR, Okposo, and Tavares, my first line. There you go. And there you go. Look at that. Taylor Hall, Eberle, both 20-goal scorer. No, sorry, Eberle only had 18. But solid. Assists, 47 for Tavares. Eric Johnson, the defenseman, there you go. He's pinching up. And total points, Tavares, Okposo, JVR. Oh, man, this team is on the up and up. We see, I'm getting all points from all 4 lines. It's great. I got my first line who just dominates. Then I'm getting points from everywhere else. And Marc-Andre Fleury, 2.57 goals against and a .913 save percentage. Not the greatest, but the reason I drafted him was for his playoff experience. He's got a cup, and for good reason. Let's see if he can win it for the Winnipeg Jets, all right? First up, the New Jersey Devils in the conference quarterfinals. Oh, here we go. Oh, 3 out of 4. Oh, we take them in 5 games. Amazing. Winnipeg's off to the conference semifinals against the Philadelphia Flyers. And what happens? Oh my God, it's off to Buffalo in the Eastern Conference Finals. Oh, and I believe we got swept. So Winnipeg, there you go. I built a team that got to the Final Four, but then I got swept out in the Final Four. I don't know if that's well, you know what? We did lose to the Stanley Cup champions, so there you go. We only lost to the best team in the league. Not bad, Johnny, not bad. And I must say, I really like this sim engine. I really do. I think it is realistic. I put a hell of a team together, and it showed. 48, 29, and 5 with a great playoff run. Look at that. Anaheim and Buffalo were the 2 teams in the final. Buffalo took them in 7 games. And there you go. There's East. We took New Jersey in 5. We took Philly in 6. And then we lost to Buffalo in a sweep. Oh, nice try, Winnipeg. That's all right. We'll see if you guys can have a better year than that. I don't know if it'll have a better year this year. But with that team that I just put on the ice, man, great year that just passed. And this team's going to be stacked for the next 10 years, man. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I'll go to potential, and you'll see. You'll see A's and B's everywhere. Adam Larson, Taylor Hall, Tyler Seguin, and Ryan Ellis. Just right there, you have 2 defensemen and 2 forwards. Ready to go. Ready for the next 15 years. But no, I also have Jay Tavares, JVR, James Van Riemsdyk, Jordan Eberle, Eric Johnson, and Luke Schenn. There's the core right there. And not to mention the man who's in net, who's still only, 26? Maybe he's 27 now with this season simulated. Still 4 years left on his contract. Only $5 million a year. Marc-Andre Fleury, all right? So, boys, I hope you enjoyed this fantasy draft simulation of using the Winnipeg Jets. And Winnipeg, I hope you do this good in the regular season. It makes for some great stories. For Johnny Superbman and the Great Domsky, take it easy, boys, and we'll see you next time.